Alright, how's it going, guys? So, sorry I didn't get pictures or anything of the completed install. I know it was something, you know, the final install pics or whatever was something you guys really wanted. But there wasn't really much, you know, to look at. So, for the 4L80 build, basically, Sean Britzius, I want to first and foremost thank that guy, because that guy put in, you know, quite a bit of work into the car. You know, getting everything to fit correctly. You know, as you can see, you know, the shifter, if you can see through the light, because I know it's not that great, but you know, the shifter installed really nicely. I'm really happy with that. You know, it's a nice B&M unit, and it, you know, it's set up perfectly so that the shifts, you know, just go right where they're supposed to. Over here, where my other hand is, on the other side of the steering wheel, is the lockup for the torque converter. And so if you can hear, you know, at any time that you're driving down the freeway and you push it, and I know you can see the red light in the video, it locks up the torque converter. So there's no worrying about programming any kind of transmission pressure line or anything like that in order to, you know, get it to lock up under certain conditions. Right here, you know, you just unlock it or lock it at your leisure. So for the guys wondering, and the ladies out there too, for wondering how it, you know, what the shift pattern is, it's a standard park, reverse. There's two neutral spots because the shifter is designed for all manner of manual valve body transmissions, power glide, turbo 350 and 400, 4L80s, both the 4 and the 6-speed one that TCI makes. So there's two. It goes park, reverse, neutral, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so right now we're in 4th gear. We're doing 2,000 RPM in 4th gear with the torque converter locked up, and it's a good, I don't know, it's a good solid 50, I forgot what the exact calculation was, but it's a little over 50 miles an hour. You know, for the 0.75 4th gear of the 4L80 with the torque converter locked up and the stock gears. So anyways, yeah, it shifts nice. You're never supposed to shift it, according to Sean, with the torque converter locked up, but it's a great, it's okay if you do it by accident. So, you know, it's not gonna hurt the transmission as much as it would, you know, I would imagine a 4L60 or something similar to that. So when you're coming to a stop, or you're slowing down, you know, I just unlock the converter, and then when I get below 20 miles an hour is when I go 3, 2, and then I don't go to 1 until I'm completely stopped, because Sean said that's not good for the sprag. And so if you can hear it, 1st gear whines a lot, because he said there was some type of, it's either some type of the transmission that shifts, or it's like a special billet 1st gear that's extra strong, which is why it whines. But it's really nice, it's really heavy, it shifts really solidly. It doesn't get really nasty or snappy on the shifts unless you're in wide open throttle, and we'll do a couple of those runs in a second, but I just want to run through everything for you guys. So right now we're in 3rd gear, and it's locked up manually with the torque converter, and we're doing, the speedometer says 85 because the you know, the programming for the transmission and the stock GTO computer isn't you know, lined up perfectly. So it's, you know, if I'm doing 65 down the freeway, the speedometer makes the car think that I'm doing 151. So we're just about to get on the freeway, and we'll do some wide open pulls for you guys, just to show you what the you know, how it shifts under load, how it shifts under wide open throttle. And for those of you that aren't familiar with my car, it's just a basic, really basic heads and well, stock heads, bolt-ons, and a small cam. With the spade intake that I have, it made 430 to the wheels. So here's the 2nd gear. second gear in this car, in the 4L80 with the stock rear end, is extremely tall. You can do, even with a slipping converter, you can do like 80, I think it's, if you shift it 6,500, you can do like 85 miles an hour in second gear. So the only reason why I'm staying with stock rear gears is because I'm going on a really big forced induction build. So, videos at a later time are going to be, are going to be about the engine build, which we'll be doing in about, 2-3 weeks when the engine actually gets done and gets back from the machine shop. So we'll have that for you too. And then we're sticking a Turbonetics 7875 turbocharger on it. So an average, from what I was reading up and when I was looking into the thing, an average size unit for when guys use a single front or rear mount for the LS size motors. But right now we're going up a grade. I don't know what percentage the grade is, but we're doing 1500 RPMs. And so instead of shifting down while the torque converter is locked up, you gotta unlock the converter, you gotta shift down one gear, and then you gotta lock the converter back up. And now we slowed down a bit, but now we're at 2000 with the torque converter locked up in third gear. So there's a slow car in front of me doing about 45 miles per hour. So, but that's about it. I mean, like I said with Sean before, Sean Britzius of Top Gear Motorsports, he did a really, really awesome job. He was really forthcoming with all the information. He was always, always communicating with me nonstop about the build. And, he was letting me know, always letting me know what was going on with the car. And so I dropped this car off in Arizona. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with me, I'm from San Francisco. So I actually drove the car 780 miles, and I dropped it off at his shop January 24th of this year. I finally got it back last Friday, April 10th. And the car would have been done in 5 or 6 weeks. It wouldn't have taken anything but a fully dedicated, amount of build time for him. Except that during that time period is the peak season for the drive shaft shop, and I want to thank those guys too. The drive shaft shop put a very excellent, just one of the most beautiful pieces of carbon fiber that they've ever done, in my opinion, for the drive shaft. And I want to thank those guys too, because it's beautiful. It's got the yoke adapter. It doesn't have the billet yoke on it, but it soaks up a lot of play. It was installed great. There was a small delay when it actually arrived, but everything is fine now. So other than that, if you guys have any more questions, or if you guys have any requests for specific videos that you want me to do, I will try and do another video of the gauge cluster during the daytime, because right now it's I don't know, I think it's like 8:45 at night or 8:30.